Oh, right, she's still in our house. I'm sure nothing bad will come from all of that. Anyway, hello everyone and welcome back to some more Runes! So today I'm kind of somewhat-ish excited. Because it turns out one of the YouTube channels I followed is having a, what would the term be, application chance open casting call to bring in fans to be a part of the show. So I can film a 3-minute, non-edited application, submit it in, and see if I can get a part on on an episode of Shuffle Up and Play.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So, of course, I still kind of want to write, you know, a script for it, because that would be rather important to think of everything that I would want to say as part of the video, and try to make it interesting and entertaining enough that I might somehow be chosen over the, what, thousands or tens of thousands of other potential applicants. Actually, for something like this, I kind of wonder how many applicants there might actually be. Because if I go to... Where's the video? If I go to the video, it has 21,000 views. But then you kind of have to think, like, okay, how many people who have seen that are actually going to submit an application? Like, how many people saw that, you know, watched the video multiple times? Not super likely, but possible. How many people saw that and went, nah, I'm fine. Like, how many people are going to send in, like, yeah, how many people just won't be allowed to because it takes place in the States? Some people can't go into the States. You'd have to be able to legally enter the States. Or how many people can't because, hey, it's in the States. If they're in, I don't know, Malaysia? If they're over in, like, you know, Russia, China, Asia, or Africa, or England, or something, and they can't get to the continental United States, well, that itself could also be an issue. Some people just work too much, they can't afford to take time off and all that. And then even with people who do send in an application, some people are going to send in something wrong. Maybe they will just splice together an episode, a video, even though it says no editing. I mean, I myself am going to, you know, cut out the start and end so it actually looks good, because I don't have anyone to work the camera, and I don't have, like, I don't have a camera with, like, a start-stop button on it, so I'd have to, like, have my phone filming, start up the filming, walk onto screen, and then start talking, so I'd have to cut out those first few seconds, and the ending when I basically do the same thing in reverse. And that shouldn't go against the spirit of the no editing. Because, like, frankly, if I had someone to work the camera, that wouldn't be an issue. If the video is any longer than 3 minutes, then your application will be just flat rejected, no matter how good it is otherwise. Because they can't have... You can, if even like 1,000 people enter it, and with 1 extra second extra between them, 1,000 seconds, that'd be 100 divided by 6 minutes. Yeah, that'd be a few extra hours of watching. just for an extra second in a video. So yeah, I'll actually have to devise something of a script and
Yes.
talk about why I love Magic the Gathering. And I can think of a few reasons. My primary interest is the sheer darn creativity, especially in Commander. Being able to play all sorts of fun things. Designing decks around thoughts instead of only mechanics. But you can still design around mechanics, obviously. Whee! The magic cards are tools used to tell whatever story or solve whatever puzzle you're trying to do. And of course, then I had D&D, so I was kind of just idly in the voice chat for D&D for a while other people mostly did stuff. I started looking up cards, just try upgrading some of my decks. So there are some neat cards that I've released lately. Ding, ding. But I also have to record some runes tonight, so I can't. Yeah. For whatever reason, I didn't try to write the script, during D&D. But I did go on to the Tulane Community College, their Discord server. I was already on it. I just, tabbed over to it. Started chatting with people about the hype of, hey, fans, apparently 2 fans are going to be brought in for an episode.
Ooh.
So yeah, the professor, 2 fans, and someone else, Shirley, are all going to be on an episode. I don't know why it's not just going to be the professor and 3 fans.
Now they're probably also going to bring on some sort of special guest as well.
Probably.
Maybe Will Wheaton. I don't know why I immediately went to Will Wheaton in my thoughts, but I don't know what he just seems like he's the first person I go to when I think celebrity guest when it comes to something like geeky.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a number of celebrity guests on the show before. I might be mistaken, but I think they had Cassius Marsh, who... Marsh? Who's like a professional football player, I think? I don't know. So many people. Like, just think of how much fun it could be to just go on, play some cards. I mean, obviously there's also the internet fame to consider, which is, I'd imagine, usually more of a downside than an upside. I can already imagine... Oh shoot, this exam. I can already imagine all of the bad comments that there will be just making fun of me specifically, but that's gonna happen no matter what. Just one of those things I'm gonna have to just expect, basically, by this point. Well, look, Monk Staff! It's worth over 12,000 Gs, for some reason. Right, anyway. I mentioned before, I'd love to do some, like, Commander content for the channel. It's just hard to find people who are up for that, as I have found. The people who actually want to do videos don't want to do videos with me. The people who actually do YouTube uploads often don't want to play card games. The people who do want to play card games don't want to go online. And the people who do, you know, upload card games don't want to do them with me. Because most of the time pretty much all the time, they only either want to play with their friends or with other people who have made a name for themselves, typically also doing card games. So they don't want to do card games with a relative stranger who is not famous. Like, I don't blame them. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Do I have to tell her to take the day off?
Who's taking the day off?
I don't know. This girl who's staying in my house, I'm telling her to take the day off.
Thanks.
Apparently I have tea.
Girl who stays in your house?
Are you not watching the video? The stream?
No.
Yeah. Huh?
Uh-oh. She's flirting with you.
Huh? Really? Huh? Yeah.
Wait! It's already... Telling her to take the day off means we're both going to spend the entire day doing nothing?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Well, that's not what I intended.
Huh?
Yep! We skipped the entire day, which is... kind of bad, yeah, no, that's kind of bad. I didn't know what it meant by take the day off. Because, no, like, that's the thing that... I thought that was the thing that my character would be telling her, not... You know... advance to next day. So now, restart the video.
Time to give it.
Pretty sure I've done all my watering stuff that I need to do, yep. All of this is nice and properly taken care of. And all that. And now to go through this entire cutscene again, yay!
Thanks. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, it'd be really cool if I could
Huh?
actually find a nice...
Really? Huh? Yeah.
If I could find a nice local group to just play Magic together, and even if we record it, wouldn't necessarily be, you know, the same high quality as stuff like Shuffle Up and Play, but it's the doing this stuff that is the fun part,
Yeah.
after all.
Huh? What a pain. Huh?
Well, this is the end of the world in a way.
What? Huh? Honestly. Seriously?
And they're right back in bed, because it's too early for them to be up. Well... The big issue I had found myself having in the past with Commander is that I'd keep getting ideas for new decks all the time, but then I have so many of them I never really, you know, play most of them. And even, like, this year, I think I've only really played, what, 3? Maybe 4? No. I think 4 of my, like, 20 Commander decks. At least play against other people. But at the very least, if I could get a regular play group, that could probably change. Having a regular group to play with would give more time to spend actually playing cards. Oh, and I found out about how to really silly interaction between cards today, Azura.
Sorry, what?
I found out about a really silly interaction between cards today.
Oh?
If you have the card Animate Library, animating your library, it's an enchantment or that, you know, enchanted library is now a creature, but if the library would leave the battlefield, instead just remove Animate Library. And then you play a clone that's a copy of that library. What do you suppose would happen?
I don't know. What happens?
So, because clones entering only copy what's printed on the card and not what's on auras, the clone will not enter as a perfect copy of the animated library. It won't be a creature with power toughness equal number of cards in it, because it doesn't have animate library on it. Instead, it'll enter as a library, with no cards in it, with the clone itself just sitting there indicating that there is a library, but even though it itself is a card, it is not a card within itself. It's not that recursive. So it'll be a library with no cards in it. And that's just it. If you clone an animated library, you get another library. Which I think is funny and silly. So Animate Library is going in the party box right alongside Animate Spell and potentially Animate Graveyard. Maybe not that one. Maybe. I have no idea if all this fodder is just going to immediately, like, die as soon as winter comes. These are all going to die. These spinachers need time to heal the soil. I mean, yeah, just sheer party box itself is a testament to how flippin' creative one could be with Magic the Gathering. Because you can use cards that aren't even Magic the Gathering cards and make them work for Magic the Gathering, I mean, purposes. Hey, look, sir, I grew a slime!
I can't look, you're not streaming.
Oh, why? Because it reset. I walked onto one of my farms, and there where I'd planted some crops, there's now just a slime sitting there. I grew a slime. Are you proud of me?
Hiya.
Where is it?
Hello. Welcome.
It's gone now. I moved to a different screen.
What? Look, oh.
Ooh, Pia's out.
Hey there. Hello.
Okay, so maybe I see myself in Pia a little bit. A little bit. Do 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 do.
Hey, do you have...
It stopped raining.
Oh my goodness! Yeah! Huh?
I wish we could go on, like, different dates with her. Instead of just the same one over and over again. Also,
Do you have any squid?
we haven't actually even fully explored this area, have we? I wanted to show you the bed. See you later, and then she just starts following.
Hello. Hello. What?
So, well, since I'm not doing a final boss fight right now, do you want to talk about the job stuff you were talking about yesterday?
Job stuff?
You're talking about your jobs at, like, McDonald's and Galaxyland and whatnot.
Oh, I thought I finished those stories, though.
No, I'd ask you to put a pause on it for a bit because I was doing a final boss fight. And then we never actually went back to them. You're talking
Well,
about
yeah,
stuff
because
at
you
Galaxy.
had a boss fight and then like final boss fight cutscenes and stuff. But I don't remember if there's anything left to say about those jobs though. Like it was. Oh, you know what? There is the thing that the business decision that I've made that was the worst business decision I've ever made in my life. Because I was working at McDonald's, working in the drive-thru. Taking orders and payment. I was pretty good at that. This was, back, what? Jesus, 18 years ago? Almost 18 years ago. No, a little less than that, but still. And, those speakers always suck, but they were especially bad then, I think. But I consistently could be heard clearly, and the reason I say that is because someone drove through, on a regular basis and, complimented me on it, and tried to hire me away from it, from McDonald's, and I never called them back, and I absolutely should have.
Oh, totally.
Huh?
I feel like I should have done this quest a while back. It doesn't actually quite make so much sense with the lore right now.
Thank you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good item. Wait, is she just going to have just like a woolly just in her room, or is it just going to be one of the things we do?
Hello.
Okay, yeah, she just has a woolly in her room now.
Hello.
Cool.
Wonderful. Hello.
Just eating random mushrooms off the ground? That is really bad advice to give to someone. Oh gosh, people will say, oh well, blah blah blah, because the thing that you're throwing isn't hard, it doesn't matter how hard you throw it, it's never going to be able to hurt someone. And like, bloody, I have been hit with dodgeballs hard enough to know that that's not the case.
Hello.
I still remember one time in grade 9, so middle school, where we were playing dodgeball with the gym separated, like, lengthwise, like, into 2 squares. You know? I guess that'd be not lengthwise, whatever. So I was, like, up against, like, the back wall, like, sitting there. I don't know, I think I'd gotten, like, slightly injured or something, so I was just sitting out for a bit, just, you know, whatever. I went to stand back up. I slipped on the gym floor, fell back down, and then as soon as I landed back on the ground, a dodgeball hit the wall just above my head, and it sounded like a cannon going off. And, like, if I hadn't slipped, that would probably have hit me in the face or neck region. And, like, if that thing had hit me in the face, by the sounds of it, I probably would have had to have been hospitalized. Like, sure, I don't think it damaged, you know, the concrete wall, but it probably would have done quite a bit of damage to, you know, my facial bones or my glasses. In addition to, you know, the times that I have gone hit with dodgeballs and gone, actually, like, somewhat injured by that.
And I'm... Hello? Oh. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh. Welcome. Oh!
Oh. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Hi there. Hello. Welcome. 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 I'll be sure to stock more good stuff for you. Thanks as always.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have much else to, talk about there. Really thought there'd be more. Whee! Alright, so Zara might be out during this weekend. I don't know the exact details, but potentially sometime this weekend I'm going to be spending time with the family. I don't know how long, don't know if it'll be overnight.
Well, the only thing I know for sure of the next few days is this weekend is the finally of like the last few matches of the Mario Rando tournament. So I'm going to be trying to commentate on at least one of them, but I'm gonna absolutely be trying to watch all of them.
Okay. Oh yeah, you had fun with your commentary, right? How'd that go?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, if you want to see the commentary, you can just go watch the VOD.
No.
I'm telling the
Did you have
audience.
fun
to
with
do
it?
that. Huh?
Did you have fun?
Yes. Did you?
Good. I mean, I wasn't in there. I wasn't taking part. I was totally not actually competing under a pseudonym.
No, I mean in this conversation. Did you have fun?
Yeah. It's nice to be excited about something again. That's fun.
Would it be in bad taste to like straight up advertise the Twitch channel that I did commentary on in your video?
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be watching this video, so go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go on twitch.tv/PaperMarioRando.
Yeah, whenever I want to find out information about the Paper Mario Randomizer tournament thing, I just literally look up, like, Paper Mario Randomizer, and it's one of the first links, is that website. Whee!
I mean, see, the first link is the actual randomizer, but not anything to do with the tournament or, like, the league, so...
I said one of the first, not the first.
It's not even on the first page.
Huh. Maybe I'll look up Paper Mario Randomizer Tournament,
Check that.
because that would bring it up for sure.
No, it doesn't. I don't know what you thought you found, but it's not what you think you found.
I found the thing. I found some ice cream, apparently. Oh. Being on these meal replacements, like, I feel like I should be eating other stuff as well. So, like, when I did my grocery shopping last week, I think last week, I got, like, 2 bundles of bananas. And so far I've eaten, like, 2 of those bananas, and that's only because I looked at the bananas starting to go bad, and I said to myself, eat those bananas. Last night I tried to make some rice and egg. That didn't go so well, but I think I know exactly why. Yeah, I accidentally kind of hard-boiled the eggs by accident, and I don't like hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, right now I'm thinking, ooh, what if I bike on over to the game store Friday-ish, hang out with some people, play some magics and whatnot for Friday Night Magic. Then I bike over to visit my family, you know, spend some time with them. Spend the night there, spend much of Saturday with the family, and then I bike back home. I could totally do that, I'm sure, maybe, possibly. What day is it today? Is it? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Obviously, I had D&D. It's either Sunday or Wednesday, and that was the Wednesday game.
Hey, do you want to know what I did today? Since we're recording and actually talking about stuff? I went and sat in a hospital room for like 3 hours waiting for a doctor.
Oh?
Yeah, basically, because I have my surgery in a week, and today I had to go in for, they call it pre-admittance. Basically, you're just doing like some last minute blood work and, you know, like physical testing, like, you know, like blood pressure, checking my, you know, lung function, blah, 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 all that stuff. And also kind of going over some information that I'm gonna, and instructions for leading up to the surgery. I got there half an hour early, but that turned out to be fine. Because they did the blood work early, they did like the blood pressure stuff early, I talked with an anesthesiologist early, and then all that was left was seeing the internal medicine doctor. So 3 hours later, he finally shows up.
Yeah, that's hospitals.
Yeah, well, but I mean, here's the thing. I was told to expect the whole process to take 2 to 4 hours. And yeah, it did take 4 hours, but it took an hour to see everything but the last guy. And the last guy, once he was in the room, like, he was going quickly, and I think probably making up for the fact that he was clearly moving slowly. Yeah, it's just like he was only in there for like 10 minutes. At most. Probably not even. So
Gosh,
I spent like maybe half an hour like talking, you know, getting the stuff done and talking with like nurses and doctors over the course of 4.5 hours.
I still remember going to the hospital for my own gallstone issues. And they had me come back to the hospital every day for like a week because I had to get like an IV in. Did you have to do the IV thing?
Sorry, IV thing for what?
When I had my gallstone like attack a few years ago, I had to go into the hospital every day to get like an IV in because I had like an IV embedded in my elbow.
Oh. No, I didn't have to do that.
And they just kind of sit me in a place with this thing feeding into my IV and just leave me there for like an hour. And then it'd be done and it's like beep beep, and then eventually someone comes by, unhooked it all. So I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, you know, unhook it wrong and have blood start flying out. But one of these times they just like stuck me in a room, lights off. Apparently, well, the door is open, so I could still whatever. At least after the thing started beeping to say I was done, I was still in there for probably another half an hour after. Texting my like ride home, like, yeah, like I don't like,
You know,
I don't know if I should just go out and like say like, hey, I'm done. Can someone unhook me? Or if, you know, if they're just busy actually saving someone's life, like, if they're busy with patients, I can wait. If they just forgot about it, I should go in and tell someone.
yeah. Well, when you brought up like your ride thing there, that reminds me. So, my mom drove me and dropped me off, and we agreed that if I wasn't out by 3, she would head off, and I'd need to take the LRT back because she had commitments in the mid-afternoon. So naturally, I get out of there, around 3:30. And we texted at 3, and I still hadn't seen the last doctor I needed to see, and so she left. And seriously, almost as soon as we were done that conversation is when he showed up.
So just waiting for your conversation to be over. Like, oh great, now she has to take the LRT home. Oh, hello.
Sucks.
Oh. Also, apparently, a thing that hospitals do, and I was confused about this. Wait, hold on. Tell the story in a different order. When I went in for the gallstone pain, because like I was having a pain in a specific spot in my side, and I didn't know what it was, but it was like really, really bad. So we went to the emergency room. I go to one of the rooms. Start talking to a doctor about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's been like general chest pains over the course of the month, but as of today, it's just been all right here, quite painfully. And so like we're just talking about it and stuff, and the doctor's like pushing at my side. So I'll be like talking, and then I'll wince because like, hey, that hurts, and then keep talking, wince again because like, hey, that kind of hurts, and then he pushes like right on the spot. And I think I actually squeaked in pain. Like I squeaked and like moved back. Like I don't want to tell the doctor to stop, but that really hurt. But apparently that's actually just a technique that doctors do to tell if someone is faking the pain. Because apparently a lot of the time, someone will just come in and say, "Oh yes, I have chest pains. Give me drugs." So the doctors, talk to them. Get their mind off of, like, if they are in pain, get their mind off of the fake pain, prod to the area that is supposed to be in pain, and if they don't react to it, then they're probably not actually in pain and they're just seeking drugs. I didn't know about that at the time, so and I was definitely reacting to it, but I figure it's like, oh, the doctor's a medical professional, I shouldn't tell them to stop, but I really want to tell them to stop. But yeah, it's just to prevent drug seekers from getting drugs off of them, apparently. Which, at least answers the question about what that was all about. apparently with neurotypical people, they won't notice that someone is poking them while they're having a conversation or whatever. Like, really, there are a lot of things that are just normal for neurotypicals that me, as not neurotypical, find incredibly weird. Like, apparently, you're not supposed to be able to hear people having conversations outside when you're inside. We're not supposed to be able to hear the cars driving down the street on the highway from here. I'm not supposed to be able to hear people, in the hallway having a conversation. I'm supposed to just block all of that out. I don't know if you've ever watched, and I don't remember if this is actually the name of the show, Invincible? I think that's the show. The one with the drug. There was a movie and then they made a TV show about, like, if you take this drug, it, like, activates every neuron in the brain or something. Makes you super smart and you can, like, everything that you would be able to hear, you can actually hear. So, like, they have, like, a scene of the guy taking the drug and then suddenly he can hear the conversations that people are happening outside. Like, he can hear the sound of the rain on the outside pavement. He can hear the water in the pipes, the hum of the light bulbs. And I'm like, okay, when is the not normal stuff supposed to happen? It's like, yeah, hearing light bulbs, hear the fridge, the water going through the pipes, people's conversation. Okay, yeah, I understand. It's like, he can tell that, like, there's two different, like, shades of brown on the same door that looks like, okay, yeah. When's the special stuff supposed to happen? And it's like, I'm not a very observant person because there's like 1,000 times more things for me to observe than the quote unquote normal person. Like, no, I didn't notice that you were wearing a new top that you never worn before because I was also noticing everything else going on. And my brain, instead of focusing out and just sorting, okay, this is important, this is not, it just goes, hey, here's stuff. Gosh, I don't know why I need to rant so much. It was an interesting show, at least. It didn't go very long. It wasn't, like, great, but it was a nice little show. Making some deuces. So, yes. Got some magics. Got some magics I want to do. See, I think after this video, I'll reach out in the Discord of my local game store and see if anyone would be down for doing some Commander on Friday. Going around casual Commander games, whatevs. And text the family if they're still awake. I mean, we might as well just end the episode off here. Not like I'm doing much anyway. Let's save again, because we can. Anything else you want to add to the video? Or did I scare you off with my atypical talk?
I'm scared. No, I'm just also distracted.
Wait, could I sleep with this? I mean, I basically did, yeah. There you go. You can protect it. Oh, that's kind of cute. Where is the calendar? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's on to the 3rd. Why is I thinking the 2nd?